Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, with the SEC tournament ahead, it is time to look and see what will the Cats do and give us a little SEC tournament preview. Mary Jo, I look at this bracket and I see a very winnable tournament for UK.
100% winnable. So glad they got that earlier game on Friday because I hate that. Hate that late game.
Yes, I do.
But Saturday, if Kentucky makes it that far and Tennessee makes it that far, that's the game that I'm really looking forward to.
Well, the place will go crazy. Let's get started. Let's look at the bracket. Who cares about the early game? So we'll start with the Arkansas and Florida matchup. Both of these two teams have struggled. I thought both would be better. Who you got?
Florida, for sure. I think Florida is 100% going to win this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take Arkansas. Daniel Gabbard is a really good player that I still don't think gets enough credit. Mike Anderson, they should be better than they are. They've got a lot of talent. Now, the next game, Auburn, they'll beat whoever they play, right? Missouri and Georgia?
Yes, they
So
will.
let's go to Alabama, Ole Miss. The winner plays Kentucky. Alabama beat us. Ole Miss gave us a difficult game. Who do you want to play?
I don't really want to play either one of those teams. That's a tricky game. That's going to be a really good game on that Thursday, I think. Probably the best game of the day. I'd rather play Ole Miss. I'd rather play Alabama because they already beat us once. I don't think they beat us twice.
Yeah, that's why I think we would handle Alabama relatively easily. They're wanting to fire Avery Johnson down there. I mean, he's been so disappointing. I think Ole Miss wins, although I'd rather Alabama win. Now the next game, Mississippi State will play Texas A&M. The amount of people that will stay in that arena to watch this game has to be under 100. Who is watching Mississippi State A&M?
Will they actually be crickets? Will it just be crickets?
It may be. Yeah. I watch all these games, even I'll skip that one.
No.
Now, Friday should be awesome. It starts out with LSU. You think it'll be against Florida. I think it's going to be against Arkansas. Here's the thing. I think both those teams could beat LSU. Both of them beat them in the regular season at their place.
And look, LSU, while they've been very impressive, but they haven't blown teams out. They've been in a bunch of dogfights, a bunch of close games. So in a tournament setting like this, when they're already in and moving on, and both Arkansas and Florida can try to get to the tournament, I think there's a good chance they get upset.
Yeah, I'm making that prediction. I think LSU loses their very first game. They've had so much turmoil. I think either of these teams will beat them and go to the next round. Now, South Carolina would then play Auburn. I'm taking Auburn. I think they finally have started to hit their gear. It's taken them way too long, but I think they're playing well.
I would also take Auburn in that game. I haven't watched South Carolina play that much because I'm just not intrigued.
They're so boring.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching fish just flounder outside of the water.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I came up with that analogy, but it just felt right. I'm taking Auburn. Kentucky against either Alabama or Ole Miss. I don't care who it is. I think the Cats win.
I do think the Cats are going to get to Saturday without a problem.
Now, I will say Tennessee in the next game against Mississippi State, that's a game I think could be very close. Mississippi State did not play well in Knoxville, but I think the Vols will win. Tennessee has a history of blowing it in the SEC tournament. Any chance it happens?
I don't see it happening this time around.
Yeah,
I think Tennessee's good enough. I think that loss to Auburn probably righted whatever needed to get righted before the tournament.
I agree with you. Now, then the semifinals, Auburn will play against somebody, either LSU, Arkansas, or Florida. I'm taking Auburn to the finals. I think Bruce Pearl has been great in the SEC tournament. He's gone to the finals twice with teams that aren't very good. I think he makes another run this year.
And he has a better team than the other times where he's made runs. If LSU comes out, I like LSU.
So you got LSU in the finals.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Auburn in the finals. Kentucky, Tennessee game. Everybody wants to see. It's on Saturday, so it will count for the NCAA tournament. Winner probably gets a 1 seed. Who you got?
And that's what's crazy because both games were blowouts. Neither one of these games were close. If Reed Travis is back and healthy and playing, then I think Kentucky wins.
I agree. I think Kentucky wins. This will be, I think, one of the best atmospheres for an SEC tournament game. I don't know. Maybe since 2010 when these two teams played in the semifinals. Might even go back to against Arkansas in the 90s.
Because the number 1 seed won't be decided Sunday. It'll be decided Saturday.
Saturday, that's right. I think whoever wins this game, though, wins the tournament. I got Kentucky. You got?
I'll take Kentucky.
So we're both going to be homers and take Kentucky.
Course.
And then they get a number 1 seed. And if they win the tournament, they'll play in Louisville and have a really good shot at getting to go to the Final Four.